Everybody want what's in the picture. Because ain't nobody going to tell you that they want to live in poverty and be in debt. Now, I don't think nobody going to outright come and tell you that. Their actions might speak that, but they ain't going to tell you that. And a lot of people don't feel that that's what they be doing when that's what they doing. Now, I'm going to start off talking about the men, then I'm going to work my way to the women. Now, I got a homeboy. Me and him talking, he was like, yeah, I want to get to the point in life where I can start like investing in stocks and buying houses and doing this, that, and other, the stuff you be doing. I was like, since I do your taxes, I'm just going to let you know. Me and you pretty much make the same kind of money. So, like, there's even been years I done made less money than you. I just save and invest. Like, but you be going out kicking it like I do. After I save and invest. You got to save and invest first. You know, if I go out and I'm kicking it and I blow a bag, that means I just did something. I just bought a house. I just sold a house. I just, like, beat my investment goals for the month. Like, I have internal competitions with myself, so I don't have competition with other people. A lot of people just judge on what they see on the outside, and you really can't do that because you don't really know till you really talk to a person what they trying to do. And when is the best time to get started? It's just like this seedling right here. The best time to plant it was probably about 20 years ago. And since you didn't do it 20 years ago, right now is the best time to get started. Saving is probably the safest way, I would say, for most people to get started if you don't have any money to begin with. I mean, yeah, Robinhood, Cash App, there's all kind of ways you can start investing small amounts of money. And I would say that'd probably be the best place for most people to start, like, you know, ETFs. Exchange traded funds on like Cash App or Robinhood. I probably wouldn't just go straight into, you know, individual stocks without real knowledge of the stock market. But mutual funds and ETFs would probably be a good place to get started. I would try to build up, you know, at least $5,000-$10,000 there, and then maybe start looking at real estate depending on where you're located at. And $5,000 to $10,000 for real estate is not a lot of money, and that might not even be a possible thing where you are. But in the majority of the United States, you can get started with like $5,000 to $10,000 in real estate. And I feel like real estate needs a like complete video to itself, probably a whole video series on real estate, because there's multiple things you can do, and pretty much the timing and what's going on, that kind of dictates what you can do. But there are places you can buy houses under $5,000. I've bought several houses for under $5,000 and under $10,000. So it can be done. It takes a little work. It takes more looking, but you can find houses for those in that price range. And they're most definitely gonna need a lot of work. They're gonna need some kind of work. It's already a problem if you can buy it that cheap. But I would direct you towards like buying single families. Like, I ain't gonna say necessarily, we just gonna call it what it is, in the hood. Like, start investing in the hood. That is the best place to start investing. That is your best return on investment, in the hood. Okay, and I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with y'all and give y'all an example using one of my properties. I bought this house for, just to keep the numbers simple, we're gonna say I bought the house for $60 and I sold it for $90. But I might have rented the house out for a little bit, and that paid the mortgage down over the years. So I owe $40 and I'm making $90. So what's the difference between $40 and $90? $50. So my initial out-of-pocket cost buying this house was just like maybe $7,000, $7,500. That's with the down payment and closing costs. So I'm pretty much like quadrupling, up on my money. So, you do have to pay like the realtor and everything out of that. So we gonna take out like about 5,000 out of 50, and we just gonna call it 40. So for sake of argument, we just gonna say now you got the house sold, you up $40,000 in your pocket. See, now you gotta flip that 40. So this is my next move. I bought 20 acres. It's planted in like 1-year-old pines, but I've been talking with the extension service about my plans on just converting it to a pasture and running cattle, and they're gonna help me look at the infrastructure cost on it. But they kind of like the idea also, because like, yeah, the market for like timber is gonna be a minute. It's gonna, like he said, 7 to 10 years before you can actually cut any timber. And in 7 to 10 years, it ain't really quality timber that you're going to be cutting anyway. All right. And then after I buy this property, I'm going to have 12.5 left over. And probably use like $2,500 just to, on my own personal needs and whatnot, pay off some consumer debt, credit cards, stuff like that. And then I got $10,000 to put back and save for the next property, which would probably be, these foreclosures about to start coming up. So yeah, that's pretty much how I ran up the first time on the foreclosure. So that's pretty much what I probably look for, is another foreclosure. Now, in this situation, you can clearly see how, this is generating generational wealth, free and clear generational wealth. Now, let me get on the females for just a little bit. First off, if you were with a man or considering dealing with a man that's not looking at, building something like for a family, like to build generational wealth in general, or even just build wealth in general for themselves, you're probably dealing with the wrong man to begin with. Then there's another group of females out there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if like this was not a thing in your household growing up or what, or if it's just like people just be defined to do what they want to do in life. But the family structure is a group, and you have to do what is best for the family structure. Building generational wealth is what's best for the family structure. Now, that might not mean you can have a new pair of Jordans every other week. That might not mean you can go out to eat every other day. Like, there are some sacrifices need to be made on all ends to accomplish the goal. But if you're not trying to sacrifice nothing to accomplish nothing, you're probably not going to get that far, and that's really not a good model for building generational wealth. I'm just saying, if you find a guy that's actually trying to build something, I don't know. From what I found, females generally ain't trying to work with you building something, so I don't really know what to say on that one, but in the 40 years, that one ain't so much happened, so yeah. I would just say, try to work with people you actually see trying to do something that'll benefit you in life. I'm saying this is mainly a problem in the black community. In other communities, I don't see this so much being a thing like it is in the black community.